Hello and welcome everybody, I am your humble host Gavin the Kitty, and today we are playing some Mega Man Xtreme for the Game Boy Color. This is a Game Boy game I've played a lot, and with me today I have brought...
Hi everybody, it's me again.
It is the Casey Tape. How's everybody in chat doing? Hello Jeru. Hello the Pastel Proto. Foxino, hi, Sylveon Chan. No. Different dev team, so different title. I can't click the right thing. Here we go. This is a completely different style of thing, Sylveon. Good guess, though. Pastel is asking how the bun is. I am doing quite alright myself. They're a little tired, but a lot of pain, but I'm doing okay. I'm holding it together.
You take it easy, bud.
Yeah. Can you guess who I am? I feel like I know you. I know exactly, but I can't think of name. Name not there. Name don't work.
I'm just gonna gaslight you and say that they were at a,
Is it Cleo?
It's not Cleo.
No, it's not. I know who you are! Why can I not think? Anyways.
No, it's not Cleo.
That's my one guess. I got nothing.
Because that's someone I know? No.
Yeah.
Well,
no, someone
no.
you know more, I don't know.
That's fair, but then again, I didn't really meet too many people at...
Oh, it's Puppy Dog. There you go. There you go. I win.
You win? You didn't guess it right before they revealed it.
Yeah, I don't care.
I win.
Anyways,
What's gets thrown out the window.
Let's get started on the game today. So this is Mega Man Xtreme. We're gonna get into the game's less desirable parts in a bit, but first we're gonna start on Extreme mode and get into what makes this game so special. So this game came out after X3, I believe. It was in between X1, X2, and X3. This game right here is a Game Boy game. It runs in both the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, as well as the Advance. But it has special properties. It's one of those black cartridges with a whole bunch of extra added colors and animations. And this game is just as long as X1, so we're in for a little bit of a treat. A lot of this game is going to be remade sections of the SNES titles.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just hiccuping. There are little cutscenes and stuff that happen here if you play on normal mode, but we are playing Extreme mode, so we don't get any of that. X just gets right to the action. So, the way you access Extreme mode, which is the full game, by the way, there is basically two halves to this game, and Extreme mode is the whole thing. The way you access this mode is by beating normal mode, then beating hard mode, and then doing this. So all in all, you have to beat this game 3 times in order to get to this point. I've beaten this game more than 3 times, but yeah. As far as controls go, we've got charge shots, we've got dashing with double tapping or down and jump, like a slide. And we've got jumping, so yeah, pretty standard Mega Man fare. Of course, I got a lot of stuff to talk about today because we also had an announcement. Here we have to beat Vile. Unlike the intro for X1, we do actually have to beat him here. See his health bar goes down.
Sylveon Chan says they used to hate Flame Stag because of this game.
Oh, really? He's really easy in this game if you know how to beat him.
Unless it actually is,
Actually, it's Vava. We will get into Vava. So Vava is a mistranslation. Vile is the proper name. Vava is the original name in Japan. It means vile. But due to the fact of character limitations and most of this game already being in English, they kind of sort of had to leave it because you couldn't fit all of Vile's proper name in there because it's 5 characters, not 4. I believe it was 4.
Vile.
Then it was just a mistake.
Unless you're adding a period to it.
I thought there was an E in the middle. I don't know.
That's a very good question.
I think the pain in my mouth has just been messing with my head.
Yeah.
That's probably a good time for me to start with that. Yeah, I couldn't get my my teeth removed or ripped out. I had to schedule a consultation later down the line, and yeah, my mouth is still in a heck of a lot of pain. I need all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed, and that's not happening till next month. So I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. So bear with commentary that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's bile. Just like the word.
Okay, then it was just a mistranslation. That's my bad.
Also known as Baba in Japan, is a major antagonist and...
We know.
I'm reading to myself.
Then why are you reading aloud?
It's how I do it. I struggle reading.
Then let's get to the game here. We've got 8 bosses: Chill Penguin, Spark Mandrill, Storm Eagle, Flame Stag, Morph Moth, Armored Armadillo, Magnus Centipede, and Wheel Gator. We're gonna start with our lovely little ice stage here with Chill Penguin, and we'll get right to this. Most of these stages are not changed. If he's a major antagonist, then why does he only appear in 4 out of the 11 games? Yeah, that feels about right.
Because he reappears in Xdive.
Okay, he reappears 3 times in Xdive, and I think that's probably the cue to start talking about this, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
The Capcom,
Remakes.
well, Xdive isn't a remake. So, Capcom had their Spotlight showcase recently, and I was not expecting anything. I told my friends I'm putting on the clown makeup, and I sent a picture of X with clown makeup on. To a few of them, and I said, we're playing the clowns today, and then they announced Xdive Offline, which is an offline version of Xdive without the loot boxes, and I couldn't be happier. So, this is our first capsule for today. This enhances our mobility on the wall. It also allows us to crush certain blocks. You'd think that this would just be nothing but the crushing blocks, by the way a lot of other YouTubers talk about it, but no, actually, your wall jump is actually always going to be a dash jump, and it's something you might not notice your first time through, because you get used to it so fast. But you can also crush stuff with your feet now, so...
If I can play Xdive on PC, I'm in.
It is on Steam. It is coming to Steam. I wouldn't download the version that's on Steam right now if you're in the US or Japan, because that version's save data does not transfer to the offline version. And it's... Which, it's neither here nor there. But I am happy that Xdive Offline is a thing. I'm happy that Capcom's deciding to preserve the game. I'm happy that we're going to have these characters around for a little while. I'm also extremely happy I have a good version of this game to now play on stream for you guys. Yeah, it doesn't have the PvP. Yeah, it's got no loot boxes. I don't care. It's got all the characters I want to play as. So,
They just released a new X game?
If they do that, like, I think there is a new X game. I'm sure there's a new game in development, but, hello, Skylar. Welcome. Also, I don't know if anybody noticed, I toggled timestamps on for today.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Look next to everybody's name. You can see exactly when they posted.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I did not realize that.
Yep, I wanted to keep things consistent. Figured, why not? You know. But here's Chill Penguin. So I should probably get into the story today. So, the Hunter computer has been accessed. This would later be renamed to the DiVE computer. It has been hacked and is grabbing out data from these previous fights that X has done. X has to go into the computer to find out who the hacker is, with Midis as our operator. Techno is his evil counterpart working alongside the villains. There are 3 villains in this game. Wait, DiVE is canon? Part of it is. Rico and all of those guys are. Those guys are all canon. Not the full story, but the characters are. The characters of Rico and Eco and all the rest of them, those are all canon.
The panic sets in.
They're all essentially what they are they're not Reploids. They are essentially computer viruses and programs like NetNavis, but for the X series. So So, Rico is like a virtual navigator, much like Aelia, except for Aelia's a Reploid. So, hope that one breaks your brain a little bit. But, yes, hello Skylar, hello Zenny. I haven't gotten to read much of that.
You're good.
How is everybody in chat doing today? Casey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing quite fine, not gonna lie. Kinda excited to see this, because I've seen only so little about this from you, and never really got to look into it myself.
I do have a physical copy of this game, so yeah, I have a physical copy of both the Xtreme games. I'm actually only missing one X game out of the entire series.
Of course you did, Zenny, because why not?
That adds up.
I understood X 5 through 6 lore, and to be honest, I want to hide and repair myself mentally.
We will get to 5 and 6 lore in a bit. I would like to say this game is canon. It is referenced. This is what's known as the computer incident, or cyber incident. This is what's known as the in Japan it's called MegaManX Cyber Mission.
And answered it before I could even ask the question. What was it called in Japan? Is what I was gonna ask.
I'm using a PC Engine controller today, so I've got Turbo Fire on my stuff. Anyways, Casey, if you want to take over talking for just a little bit.
Yeah, I got you covered. Now, Fluffy Sunny says, was my Kitsune friend must be XD.
I've got my own Ketsu friend. He is, he's known as, oh shoot, words. Exit my mouth the way I know them.
I thought you were gonna say Kite, but then again...
yeah, it is Kite. It is Kite. He's a Kitsune.
He is? Okay.
Yes.
I saw him more as a Kabuki in terms of, like, the markings on his face.
No, he's a Kitsune.
Okay. Foxino says, I'm stuck at home alone, so I ordered a pizza before I starve. Please eat something, Foxino.
Have some fooders.
Sylveon says, weird how Chill Penguin is now a hard fight.
It's the fact that he hits harder. He literally can hit harder, and the invincibility frames here are less than in the Super Nintendo's original. So, what we have is harder fights overall. I can recommend going after the armor parts first before you fight any of these guys as well. But there are 8 capsules in this game, and I don't recommend going after all of them until you have all the parts. So, until you have all of the first main parts, so...
Well, if you really think about it, the canon way to describe this is, since the hacker hacked into the computer, they would essentially make these bosses much more difficult for X to tackle.
They did. They absolutely did, and I think that it's certainly an interesting way to look at this game, because this game just does not know when to stop. There we go.
Yay! Zenny says, cook a pizza. It's fun.
Sylveon Chan says, screw the X-Hunters in this game. The X-Hunters aren't in this game. We actually have 2 new characters. Casey, if you want to go grab the book, I can point them out to you.
I go grab the book.
Casey's going to grab the book.
As much as I love books, I just don't like this one being...
Oop, how it's organized.
Yeah. I don't mind it being alphabetized, I just don't like how it's not organized with games.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Stepping on everything.
I know. It's because you guys, you and Brent have been walking around with your shoes on in the house, and I've been having to clean up.
I'm sorry.
And I missed stuff. I told Brent, I'm like, you know, the neighbors aren't here anymore. You guys can use that side door now.
Is the chain not there anymore?
We can remove the... If the chain is there, we can remove it.
I just find it funny that they blocked ours, but they left theirs completely intact.
I didn't think they had one.
They have one.
They had a door, and oh. Yep. No, you can remove that chain. Don't worry about it.
It is
In
KC.
fact...
Let's make Buffalo Chimkin.
No, we're not making Chimkin. We're playing X. So that was our first heart piece for today. We're going to be trying to get them all. This is a save function. I'm sorry about all the flashing white light. This is going to be worse of an issue in the next game, because they are not as noticeable.
Sylvain says...
Sounded like somebody's in my voice chat.
I am. Hello. I was gonna say, I was like, that's because you just really like flashing sometimes.
Well, how you doing, Timber? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How
That's
are you?
I'm doing quite well. We're just playing some X.
I see.
Yeah, no. You missed out on the panel at AO.
Been really busy.
It's okay. You're always really busy.
No idea.
I know, I got no idea, but still.
Let's see. Nope, not gonna drag down the stuff, but we, family member, terminal cancer, been opening stores, doing a bunch of other work, 6-month-old baby, all kinds of stuff.
Gotcha. That sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we are now getting our next capsule part. It's the helmet upgrade. It allows for us to crush blocks with our head. And I don't know what's up with Dr. Light, but he really wants us to destroy these blocks. This is going to be used like twice and never again.
Yeah. Mega Man Blue smashes the red square. No.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a GTA joke.
Okay, the way they drew these Mets are really adorable.
Add them to the list. These are Cyber Mets.
We already have cyber Mets at home. The cyber Mets at home Metenas.
Yeah.
That or the Met virus. Wait, is the Easter egg not there? Or...
It is not there. That is a bottomless pit.
Oh gosh.
Wolfinator Gaming says hi.
Hello, Wolfinator. Welcome in. And also hello to you, Timber.
Blue. Hi. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Timber, this is Casey. They have been
Hi.
my co-host for a few episodes now. I don't know if you were here when they got introduced.
I think I've watched the episode, but I couldn't honestly tell you. I've been so...
So busy.
Everything in my head's all scrambled at the moment.
Gotcha.
Zenny asks, how are you, Timber?
I am doing good. It's just been a lot of stuff lately.
That's fair.
New kid, things falling apart, things coming together, trying to build a house.
Well, I hope everything gets better for you, bud.
I'm just trying to do too much at once is really all it is.
You know what? That's fair.
It happens.
That's probably my fault.
So, I didn't get to read this out earlier because, I didn't want to interrupt y'all, but, what Sylvain was saying is that they put X-Hunters in quotes because they act like X-Hunters.
They do not act like X-Hunters. They don't move which stages they're in.
That's what they said, not me.
They don't act like X-Hunters in any way. They are just extra fights that you can fight optionally, and then you have to fight them again at the end of the game. But if that's like an X-Hunter, then I suppose, but I figure for an X-Hunter-like thing, they'd have to be moving around from stage to stage in between levels. But since you don't have to worry about that, they're always in their specific stages. I figure, nah, they're not really like X-Hunters in any way.
That's fair.
They do want to destroy X, but they're not really that important. As far as plot's concerned, they're just here to try to bring back Sigma. Essentially, Sigma started a cult.
Of course he did.
Talking about the little helmet guys.
Not the Mets, no. Although the Mets end up... The Mets are easily controlled bots. They don't have, like, a personality of their own, so it's kind of more or less... They'll follow anybody who's powerful enough, essentially.
We're nice to them.
Yeah.
I mean, they honestly looked like the... what was that Kirby game? Dreamland, I think. When you got the explosive and dirt mixed together and made the TNT things, how he pulls the helmet over his head.
Yes, Kirby 64. I know which one you're talking about.
It's because they both utilize Japanese hard hats.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, let's see here. I'm trying to think if the next... oh, yeah. You know what, I'll go this order. So, next up we're gonna do Spark Mandrill, and then I think we're gonna just jump straight into Flame Stag, because I should have his weakness.
I don't like how it doesn't tell you which ones you defeated already, so you could actually just do an entire stage on accident.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to do that with the Game Boy's limitations. Because you have... So, because this game is programmed like to run on an original Game Boy, you have to lay within those constraints. So, the Game Boy's constraints is you have 4 colors, all varying shades from black to gray, a off pixel, and you can pick whether those pixels are on or off. And since that's the limitations they have to play in, even in a Game Boy Color game, because since it has to be compatible with both, you're kind of stuck with effects like this not showing up quite as good on a original Game Boy.
Alright, well, I meant in terms of, like, the slot being missing.
Yeah, well...
But still selectable.
You also have to know that there's other items there, and it's easier to tell which items are where when you can see what you're selecting.
You know what? That's fair.
This one's tough.
I can tell.
We're gonna go ahead and retry immediately, because... So I've gotten half the energy tanks, and I think only one of the heart containers?
Sylveon Chen asks, why must Reploids fight one another? Well, first of all, X isn't a Reploid.
Well, X and Zero aren't Reploids, no, but this is... I think they're just quoting the games, because that is a quote from X. And I think X7? I don't know.
I'm still learning this series.
X7, yeah, we'll get there when we get there. I don't want to talk about X7 right now, because it's one of those games that frustrates me to heck and back, and it's still... Well, while it still frustrates me, it's still not... I still don't think it's bad. So I've played it way more than I really need to know that it's not a great game. I beat it while half asleep on stream. I don't want to ever think about doing that again.
It wasn't as bad as me falling asleep during my stream of Mega Man, and then you just playing 11 for the rest of it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Shows you who's
I
more
can-
professional here.
I know it's not me. I passed out drunk in the middle of one of my streams and then fucking snored for like 6 hours.
I mean, I do sleep streams, but this was completely different. This is one where I had to stay fully awake, but I was so tired, I just fell asleep on the couch.
My house, the home of sleeping on couches. I feel like everybody's fallen asleep on the couch at least once.
They used to be my house, and then I had children.
You had children, and now nobody's allowed over.
Well, no, it was more like the people stopped coming over.
Oh no!
Because the children would randomly wake up in the night and then start bugging the person that was sleeping.
Of course.
Nap time.
Oh, great. My chat is going crazy with this. Alright.
Night time.
With
Xtreme, let's go.
nap time in the extreme. Alright, there's another heart piece.
Well, since he's in the cybernetic universe,
Yeah?
wouldn't that mean that technically his vessel's asleep at the moment?
I believe his body is asleep, but I cannot be sure. I know he's in the core of the mother computer at the moment, so...
Well, his conscience is awake, but not his actual physical body. Well, that's more or less as to what I meant.
Alright.
I should stop questioning these games at this point.
There we go.
You know what that means? He's... No, we're not talking about that here.
Sure, let's go with that.
No, we won't.
We got the Buster upgrade now, so now we have an extra charge shot. We also have the ability to charge our weapons.
Felipe goes, what a cute little guy X is. He's a little baby booba.
This sprite is adorable.
It
Like,
is adorable.
It's really cute. They managed to do this with 3 colors.
And it's still as accurate as possible to X.
Mm-hmm. So this Buster upgrade here is the...
Now you're stuck.
No, I'm not. So this Buster upgrade here is the same as the first level, or the second level of X2, the first shot. But we don't have the second shot afterwards.
Oh, they kept his low health animation in.
Yep.
And the gem glows as well. That's incredible.
Yeah, they really did do a lot of attention to detail for this one. I think it's really, really good.
I just think the backgrounds are really pretty though. They did really good with the backgrounds.
Also, hello, Felipe.
Hello, baby.
Did they learn
Yes,
from their
Fox, no, I'm
mistakes
doing
that
good.
you can't freeze him anymore?
You can't. The invincibility frames stop you from being able to freeze him like that. So you actually have to fight him in this one. We can't do the funny stop him every second. I can do that again in Maverick Hunter X, but this is gonna be the last time we're gonna see. We're actually gonna see Spark Mandrill till we loop back around to either X Dive or Maverick Hunter X.
Oh god, Spark Mandrill got better.
Yeah, and then he gets worse again, so don't worry about that.
Wait, he was good at a point? I like making fun of Spark Mandrill a lot.
Eh, this fight's not too bad. I think this is the actual fight that taught me how to fight him in the first place. So,
Since you couldn't stun him.
since you can't stun him, you just kind of have to do it. Doesn't mean I'm good at this fight. It just means I know how to fight.
And then you have me. That was really close.
And oh darn it! And that is a moment there where actually having the dash boots is detrimental to my health, because I would have taken less damage if I would have been up against the wall. We're gonna save and continue and pick a different stage here. So on normal mode, you get just these first 4. On hard mode, you get these 4, and extreme, you get both. So this can be this can get a little bit dicey when it comes to the fights. Luckily, we do have Flame Stag's weakness here, so we're just gonna go for it. This is also gonna be our first time seeing a new face.
You're a new face.
Yep. Alright, so up there to the left is one of the items we need. So the way that you have to actually stop that guy from destroying himself is by going up that way first. Like, I'm getting as low as possible on that first pillar, or going as high up as possible, because if not, you're kind of stuck with a destroyed robot that does not respawn. So we'll have to come back here. And as you can see, that is just barely not able to be jumped to, so... Well, that was something.
That was my phone. It's Mr. Torg from Borderlands screaming this message is irrelevant.
Oh, is that your notif?
Yes,
That's awesome.
because most of the time the messages or notifications are irrelevant.
I see.
So,
So we actually has this headcanon, Flamestack and Burn Rooster used to be friends. Well, the thing is that Burn Rooster wasn't even made yet. He's one of the new generation Reploids, which only start popping up after X7, so they would have had no chance to even meet.
Happy times.
Alright, he just destroyed himself, which means I gotta do that. And up here is our first big bad. I believe this is the Dane. If you want to check the book real quick. Z. It should be in Z. Could be wrong. Could have been possible that the OG died. No, it... Yes, this is Zane.
Were you gonna tell me no, this isn't?
No. Sylveon, no, that wouldn't be possible because they don't use old generation... If you destroy a Reploid using one of them as a disguise, they turn back into their original body and then explode. So no, it would not be possible because he is an original. That is his original body. As you can see, when you defeat him, he doesn't turn into...
There's a typo.
A body. Okay, well. Anything interesting about this this boss
They're
here?
called Shadow Hunters instead of X Hunters. That's the only thing I could give you.
Sure. His weakness is Shotgun Ice from the appearance there. So, we're gonna go ahead and just... Doesn't matter either way, I'll have to retry this. This is gonna take me a little bit, probably because I didn't practice beforehand.
Big sword.
Alright, now we can ride him up. Oh! There's nothing up here. I don't know what I was thinking. Probably just the Super Nintendo game, because these level layouts are very, very similar.
It was partners Gamil and worked with Techno to hack the mother computer in the Hunter base.
Yep. We'll get to him in a bit, though, so not too worried about that. So, Casey, you find anything interesting about this first one here? Does not seem like it. He has a big old sword, and that's about it.
Okay. Think Zero, but without a beam saber.
I mean, he's edgy and stupid. That's about all you need to know.
Isn't he like meant to be the brute horse of the group? So not really big on brains, but in terms of taking people out.
Honestly, have no idea. These guys' personalities kind of go over my head, because when you play in Extreme mode, you don't actually get any information on these guys until the very end. Meanwhile, normal mode, you get like a cutscene with each of them. In hard mode, you get one with the other one, but...
Look at this funky little man with funky little trunks and the funky little buster blade.
I know.
That's a reference to...
Cloud would be so impressed.
Cloud would be impressed.
Or maybe he'd say, no, my sword's bigger, and fight. I couldn't tell you.
Can you feel it?
Are you feeling it now, Zane?
Where is this guy on Marvel vs. Capcom? None from X. Nobody from X ever appears in Marvel vs. Capcom. The only thing that we get is
MVC.
MegaManX.
No, MVCI has X, and MVC MVC 3 has 0, MVC I has X and 0, and Tatsunoko versus Capcom has 0 as well.
Interesting.
In fact, X and Iron Man are the two main heroes in MVCI.
Mega Man and Roll were in MVC. Well, they're talking about in terms of the X series, I believe.
Probably.
I know that.
They're probably just talking about Zidane. But now we have all the armor parts.
Is that what he's
Zane. I keep calling him Zidane because it's easier to say, but Zane. Eh.
He's insane.
Yeah, there we go. But not that.
Insane in the membrane.
I'm so happy you said that.
Anyways, now we have armor that makes us take half the normal damage we would have normally, which is perfect for me because I don't plan on guarding anything.
I love how Felipe just repeated information we've already said.
They say Volnut and Roller in Tatsu, but so is Zero. He's an unlockable character. And if you didn't unlock him, then you just didn't unlock the best character in the game. He really is the best character. He's the fastest, he hits the hardest.
Top tier.
Top tier. Like, the combos he can pull off can drain you from full health to no health in like 3 seconds.
Look at the dough.
What a da. They just kind of jump.
Ooh, they kept that change in.
Yep, he changes color. He gets faster and starts hitting harder. Okay, or don't. Shoot, got it, X. Oh, there are too many sprites on screen half the time. That makes sense. See, not too hard.
You know, it'd be kind of cool to see how to flame stack.
What?
Considering that he seems to throw punches as well as fireballs, wouldn't it be cool if he did the shuriken?
He does.
He does?
He does. I just didn't let him do it. Alright. Now I need to take a small sip of my water.
I'll get jump scared by the visual novel CG
What?
light when you get to a capsule.
One of my munchkins came in here and turned around and was like, "What game is that? Man, that looks old." And we were like, "Well, I would have been 5 when this game came out, so yes."
I mean, there is a they are putting Xdive out here soon, so it's not too bad. They're putting an offline version of Xdive with none of the gotcha mechanics.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
I know, and they're shutting down the gotcha version. So finally, a $20 version of a game that with none of the problems of it being free.
Sylveon Chan says, you know who else does shuriken? Zero and Dragon.
Zero and Dragoon, yeah,
And X.
and X because of X2 and either this game or the next game. I forget which one has it, but maybe both. There's, I think, the hidden capsule in one of these two games has the Shuriken and the Hadoken in one capsule. They kept another change, by the way. The ladder climbing, you climb faster with all the armor parts.
Oh, nice. Felipe says, if you take out the gacha, what do we have left?
Characters that are bought via Zenny, which is super easy to collect in the game. All of the characters in except for the Monster Hunter armor, Akuma, Chun-Li, and the DMC armors. So, like, over 100 characters, 900 stages, and
Some actual,
more
exclusives, actually.
more lore, some exclusive characters, cutscenes, and possibly a better translation. With PC modding potential as well, so.
Zenny goes, Zenny? Hi.
So, yeah, no, Xdive without the gacha mechanics seems like actually a win when you really look at it. and a lot of X fans are not happy because it's not X9. And my only thought is, well, at least it's better than them just shutting down XDive with nothing to show for it.
It could have been worse. It could have been shut down everywhere.
Yeah, it could have. And instead they were like, we're going to shut it down in Japan. Nebula Joy is going to keep it up in the States for however long they want to do it, until the contract runs out. And then later this year, here's an offline version of the game with none of the gacha. Like, that's perfect.
Felipe said sad that we never got a Tatsumaki in the X game.
No, but we got the gold. We'll have the gold armor in the next game that I play, actually, which is a reference to Ghost and Goblins.
Do the 3 gals from X8 get more development in that game?
A little bit, not much. Honestly, we... They're more wide open. Let's not have euphemisms in. They get a little bit more, but not very much. It's more so focused on... the timeline being all jumbled up in canon than actual, like, gameplay lore-wise. The closest we get is a few more... we get closer to finding out who made Axel, and we get a bit closer to... just some of the other characters just having different interactions together. But other than that, we don't get a whole lot. But it's not bad. It's not a bad game. It's
Felipe sad.
I'm sorry. Oh, cool, singularities. Yeah, the whole game is revolving around singularities and a mother computer being jumbled up, and you're having to fix it, so... It's basically the same concept as this game, except across the entire series, including Battle Network, Star Force, and Classic. So
How did they manage this? Are these 2 completely different sprites for Spark? Mantle?
Yes. They are 2 completely different sprites, and then they move together.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was just really curious.
Sylveon Chan's mess saying something.
I thought Axel was a loot red alert dug up somewhere.
No, he was dropped off at Red Alert, but we don't know who their creator is, or else... See, because if they would have known who made Axel, then Axel would have told X and Zero, but when asked, Axel doesn't have an answer for him, and neither does Red. They even say that Red doesn't have an answer for that question. So, no, Axel's not some loot they dug up somewhere.
Plot twist, Dr. Cossack made Axel? It was Axel's dad!
Haha, very funny.
No, I mean, Cossack is a very plausible thing. It could happen, because we got one from Wily.
150 years in the future?
Well, I'm saying.
150 years in the future.
Okay, so how did we get X?
Okay, Casey. Axel can literally change his body into any other Reploid. That's not technology that the classic games had. That's not technology that they have until late into the X series.
That's fair. Or it was Otto? Otto stopped functioning after Light died, if I'm correct.
Yeah, the Otto was just a thing. We had a copy robot. Yeah, but copy robot holograms and the way Axel does it are 2 different things.
Cossack would have lived a bit. He seemed like a healthy man. He was pretty young, wasn't he?
Him and Dr. Light were the same age.
Really? That's hard to believe.
Dr. Light put more stress on his body and didn't have a family to take care of.
That's fair.
Anyways, enough of me being a lore junkie. We've got 4 other stages here. Guess we'll go after Morphmoth since we have his weakness now.
A freaking Darkman. No, see, Darkman used holograms.
Yeah, the flowing hair made him look younger, said Felipe.
I can just imagine Dr. Cossack standing on top of a citadel with his hair blowing in the wind. When somebody's saying that.
I mean, it'd be more plausible if it was a descendant of Miss Kalinka, but
That's fair because she did become a
scientist
Scientist as well.
afterwards, but we don't have full confirmation there. The capsule here is in the same place it was in the previous game, so we still need Wheelgator's move for it. Casey, what do you think of this game so far?
I'm liking it.
Timber, what's your thoughts?
It's very interesting. I mean, hearing all the lore, because I'm still kind of new to the Mega Man thing.
Yeah, you jumped in at a weird time.
Does Mega Man
Well,
clone count?
no, I never played any of the Mega Man games.
Yeah, X is where the lore starts to matter, and then Zero is a game series you play for the story. Like, it's actually really, really good.
Well, there's actually a lot of different games where there's, like, supposedly super deep lore, and I'm just like, I've played these games, and I cannot tell you where the heck you got half of this. Well, you had to read the books and the comics and these other things to understand it. I'm just like...
For X, you
No.
just read the manuals. You read the manuals, you watch the opening screens, you play the game, and that's it.
And watch the OVA.
Yeah, and a lot of the old games used to be that way because they put the background of each of the characters in their manuals. That was their thing that they used to do.
Yeah, well, X puts it right in the games
And-
themselves, too.
And now a lot of games want you to try to find it, and sometimes there's stuff that you're just like, I don't remember seeing that in the video game.
Yeah.
And I've completed it 100%, and they're just like, no, it's there. It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, the Mega Man series is actually one of those games where I've told people before that all I have to do to really link stuff together is I look in the background, because there's a lot of, like, background storytelling in these games. Like, the city from Mega Man 8 in Frostman stage is the same city that gets destroyed at the opening of X4.
Abel?
It's not Able City.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember what the name of the city was, and I couldn't remember it for the life of me.
Clove Bavaria?
We got
February.
Bavaria?
we got a lot of people
Good afternoon.
talking in chat.
Yeah, Casey, you want to catch up with that real quick?
Okay, Felipe says, does Mega Man clone count, or was he some goofy thing?
Which Mega Man clone? Are we talking about the copy bot?
I don't. Well, that's what Sylveon Chen says. Mega Man code equals copy bot. Felipe goes, oh thanks. And Mega Man is MGA Man, which
What? I don't know what they're talking about now.
me neither. Mega Man 01 was cool. Kind of sad the final boss was kind of bad.
0, 1 through 4 are all really good games, and I think ZX and ZX Advent are nice build-upons for that, especially because they're Metroidvanias instead of standard platformers. There's just more to do in those games.
And then we got our hello, and by the way, Weapon Archive from 10 was a thing, which I'm assuming was talking about the lore when I brought it up. Sky Lagoon?
Sky Lagoon is the giant ship. That wasn't the city name. That was the ship that crashed down and killed everybody.
Then someone brought up, Felipe brought up the Dark Souls and their consequences damaged our world in a lot of ways.
Okay, Dark Souls has nothing to do with this.
I don't know.
I feel like it has something to do with it, but it's not the Dark Souls.
Probably
that
had
I'm
to do
thinking
with
of.
bringing. It probably has more to do with like the fact that me bringing up the lore and how everybody brought up, kind of created their own lore, and then they turned around and said that was the lore for some of the game.
Okay, you know what? That's a fair
Maybe.
point.
That may be what they're talking about.
Or maybe they're talking about the fact that everybody says that Mega Man is the Dark Souls of NES games.
No, okay, yeah, he's talking about how the lore works, like what I was saying. It was like how video games do their lore stuff nowadays.
Oh, yeah. The way they do the lore stuff nowadays is very different. I don't know how to feel about it, because a lot of the time it's, instead of telling the story directly, they're like, here's a game, and then all of the lore is in, like, advertisements and stuff, and it just doesn't feel right.
Well, Or you have people that, or you have the group that turns around and then goes, "Hey, no matter what fan lore is brought up, that's automatically canon now."
Yeah, that's
And I'm just like,
that
what?
sort of MatPat thinking that the Mega Man fans have decided to reject, which I have been very thankful for because it's made explaining stuff very easy. Believe it or not.
What are you talking about? I'm always correct.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, the main group that I heard did it was 40K, and I mean, well,
40K did all sorts of crazy stuff.
40K is its own beast in and of itself, and considering most of the game's designed around people fighting their own wars.
Yeah, I don't know if I can touch any of that stuff because I feel like the minute I try to touch the lore there, I will get ripped to shreds, corrected, left, right, and sideways, and I'll be like,
I
oh.
hate how people
Well,
are.
if you need to, I can probably bring a lore master for you.
I think I'm good.
What?
I think I'm good for now. We're not. I don't plan on
I'm
touching
sure
that.
you don't want to.
I'm not planning on touching that series anytime soon, because no.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time Matt Patian stopped inside my chat trying to explain lore to me about a game that I knew very well about?
Matt Pat showed up.
I'm
here.
saying, no, I'm saying somebody who's a fan of Matt Pat showed up. So they showed up in my chat, and they started trying to explain a theory Matt Pat came up for it. I'm like, that's not canon, and none of that is true. And they said, well, he's got more money, so it must be true.
Oh, god damn. Yeah, no.
I'm like, that's not how this works. And then I
It's just kind of like, you underestimate furries.
You underestimate us.
Okay. So, hello Zeke, and then Casey says, Zenny says Casey's right.
About what?
I don't know. If you want to go ahead and continue reading the chat real fast.
They did this for movies too. Never forget that Palpatine came back in Fortnite.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we're not. Let's not jump into any bag of worms that I have no idea. That's something that will start a fight somewhere, and I'm not going to be a part of it, and it'll happen in my comment section, and everybody's going to get confused. Why are they talking about Star Wars in the chat?
Okay, listen, chat. No matter what, Fortnite does have nothing canon to do with any of the series they reference.
Actually, Marvel and Street Fighter. While Street Fighter is the same one as the Marvel versus Capcom Street Fighter universe, the Marvel one, it has to do with the comics. Those are real. That is a real Marvel universe.
No, I'm saying that anything that Fortnite has to do with them in terms of them being a character that's in Fortnite is not canon to their series that they hail from. So, Palpatine coming back isn't a thing that's canon within the Star Wars universe. It's just a cameo. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay, I'm sure there's somebody out there who would be more than happy to disagree with you.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, we got
Certain
another
guy who
capsule.
says he has too much money to make actual theories.
Anyways, I would prefer not to turn this into
I'm not.
a festival.
Zero was a Jedi after all along. He's not a Jedi.
It's canon in the Streetverse. The Street Fighter universe is fucking huge, and I'd love to get into the lore there.
The gun.
Speaking of Street Fighter, though, I finished up 6's World Tour mode, and it's pretty good.
But Palpai came back, but that doesn't count. That is a cameo.
But Casey,
Not canon.
Casey, stop. It's okay. They can get stuff wrong about Star Wars. I don't care that much.
No, I just don't want them to make a fool of themselves saying that somewhere else.
Well, they can make a fool of themselves saying it wherever they want. But now I get to show off the really power. Now I get to show off this guy in his powered up form, because...
Man, I came back from grabbing a drink at a very interesting time. What Star Wars lore are we talking about? No.
I don't know. They're talking about Fortnite and Star Wars, and I'm like,
They
I
said
don't...
that Palpatine is resurrected because of Fortnite.
I don't...
Oh.
I don't care
Yeah,
that
they
much.
did the Fortnite skins and things, and they had their little story thing. I just don't.
But I said it's not.
Yeah, okay. Good.
It's not canon.
Me and Timber are in the same boat of, man, we don't really care that much.
It's Fortnite.
Either way, yeah, it's still not canon.
Fortnite still makes me angry.
I don't have that. I'm in the camp of, until they
No.
put somebody I actually care in, I will never touch the game.
Okay,
So the reason why I'm mad about Fortnite is I was one of those kind of people that paid attention to all the video games that came out.
Yeah.
And Fortnite was basically supposed to be a cartoony version of basically Left 4 Dead survival game.
Yeah.
Well, that was the original pitch and the original selling for all of it. So when it finally came out, kind of what it became, kind of just destroyed the game. And I'm just like, well, got me all excited for something that's completely different from what it is now.
well, no, Save the World is still in there. You just have to buy it.
I know, I already did. And I played it. And it is interesting. But there's just you get all the morons that don't care to actually play it.
I
Are
just hate
playing
the
it.
people who say, "Oh, look, it's Ryu from Fortnite." I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, that happens all too often, and I don't know how to feel about any of that, but... Anyways, so I just died there.
Who are you fighting, Timothy?
I'm going up to Wheelgator at the moment. I believe we're about an hour in, we got 8 people watching, and I haven't chilled out yet today, so I'll give my one chill here. If you guys are enjoying what you're watching, please drop a like and subscribe, and share the video with a friend, because I've been trying to get my videos out more, and we're getting real close to 750 subs. And I think we could do it this year. I think we could get 1,000 this year.
Can we already get this?
You mean during my practice?
Oh yeah, that's right.
My 3 stages of practice. I should have...
You've been on the show repeatedly and realized that you didn't subscribe.
Of course, Timber. Of course.
I need more subscribers.
Well,
At least
thanks,
15
bud.
in
I just
one
hop,
month.
I just hop in and use your Discord. I didn't have to use the subscribe and bell button.
What do you mean there's a YouTube?
YouTube?
I thought there were just funny calls every 3 months or so.
Gavin. What is a YouTube? But a miserable pile of secrets.
Oh gosh.
Let's aim for 700, says Furry.
No, I'm aiming for 750. I gotta be that guy. Round number or nothing.
Casey being the one. Let's go for 6 2.
Go for 2.
Let's go for 2 subs.
Alright, so now we have the other gentleman who, I believe, Timber started to explain it. My medicine is now starting to kick in and my jaw is not hurting as bad, but...
That's good. Felipe, that's a really funny statement. And that's the only time I will let it actually happen. But with video game characters, no.
Alright, almost done here. Any interesting facts on this guy, or are we all juiced out of this?
I don't know this guy.
He starts with a G.
Well, he's dead. I don't need to talk about him anymore.
Yeah, you do, because I'm sure somebody in chat's interested.
Let me see here. It's a G.
I believe it's G. So this is the best place to grind for items.
His name is Gmail. It says Gamil. Or Gmail.
Gmail.
But I interpreted it as
It's
Gmail.
Gmail. It's Google Mail.
Guys,
Yes,
it's
because...
Gmail.
Well, I mean, this was 1997, so...
Let's call him Gmail.
It's just not giving me health at this point.
Look, it's Eddie, but an X.
Yes, a spammable bird bot.
No, that's B. I meant in terms of it's constantly giving you weapon energy instead of what you actually need.
I just wanted to fill up the sub-tanks. It said no. Alright. I don't believe I have a weakness here for this guy yet, because in X2 it was Wire Sponge. Here it's not. I don't remember where it lands, because I think it's... I believe it's, Armored Armadillos, but... the G-Man, the Half-Life lore goes deep.
The G-Man. Oh no.
So was there anything interesting on his information there, or?
He's a guy that operates much like a ninja.
Okay.
He has a 3-bladed shuriken.
He also has a kite.
He has a fan-propelled kite that he attacks with.
But we won't see that till the next.
He also laughs with a key sound.
That is true.
He laughs with a key
Welcome
sound.
to X lore.
I could just imagine that, but instead of him laughing while saying the word key, it just sounds like a bunch of keys jingling. Welcome, X! It is time for our fight! Jingle, jingle, jingle!
Yes.
He also looks like a Deltarune NPC? No. No, he doesn't.
I'll give you that one. He kinda does. Well, there's Wheel Gator down. I wasn't actually expecting to win there.
I don't know. He might actually be able to fit it into. Oh god, damn it! Now my brain just drew a blank.
You got the spin wheel.
Spin wheel.
Spin.
Alright.
He looks like he would fit into My Hero Academia.
He does.
He does. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't the guy who made My Hero also the same guy who did,
Kohei Horikoshi?
Didn't he also do One Punch Man?
That's a very good question. I don't think so, but I will double check you on that.
Because if so, I've got some interesting factoids about him at least. Hello, Crypto. Welcome.
Crypto the super dog?
Yep, we got Crypto the Superdog. Not Crypto the currency.
I love that trick kid.
Yeah, squeeze you. Okay.
Let's see. He did Tenko, My Hero, Shishika Rhapsody. Oh my god.
Because I've got some facts
I'm
about...
not even gonna try to. Something Zoo.
No, I got it.
Garage, My Hero Academia.
So,
I wasn't gonna try to pronounce it. That's why I'm...
Okay. So the guy who made it is Yusuke Murata.
Okay, Zeke says in the chat, no, he didn't. That's a different person. Thank you.
It's a completely different person.
Thank you for that.
Kohai Horikoshi is the one that did My Hero Academia.
Let me see.
Because the gentleman who did One Punch Man actually ended up doing some Mega Man art, both official and one for just personal fun, and it is one of the coolest pieces of art I've ever seen. Because it's just full of characters.
So yeah, it was Kohei Horikoshi is the one who made My Hero. That's interesting though, because some people I've heard mix the two up actually, because of how similar their style is to one another in terms of comedy and seriousness.
Okay, term of comedy, yeah, I can see, but
No, the turn from comedy to seriousness, people say that is very similar to one another and thought that it might be the same person. We got a lot of people in chat.
Yeah, if you want to catch up real quick, I'm gonna go into Armored Armadillos.
So after Crypto saying hello to everyone, for good and bad he does, says Felipe.
There was a Japanese child show that actually One Punch Man was based off of, ironically. I think it was like Gone Punch Man or something.
Tail Terrier says, yes sir, Mega Man.
Welcome, welcome. We're doing some X today. Specifically Xtreme. Welcome to Kanda. Anyway.
Yusuke Murata is the one who made the Mega Man art you were talking about, and it's awesome.
Yep. Thank you. Alright.
I'm kidding. That was during the practice run. I'm like, where are you going?
Why is he going left? What the heck's up with that?
Why are you beating the game, Gavin?
Because I am.
This isn't right. You're supposed to fail towards Sigma.
Oh, right. I'm supposed to fall to the bad guy. Right.
How dare you conspire against him?
How dare I conspire against the evil virus man who we just learned is a virus in the last game?
I still think the wireframe Sigma head is really cool. Tusky Husky said, I made it in time.
Welcome! We are halfway through with the game so far.
Oh, you can actually beat him in front of us this time.
Yeah, you can either use special weapons, or in my case, I have a turbo fire. There's also a built-in turbo fire in the option menu, also an auto charge, in case you want to just focus on platforming. I really like Armored Armadillo's theme. I think that it really does just do wonders. Alright, here's the capsule.
Hadouken?
No Hadouken.
Aww.
We get the final zero program, the dash.
The Digivolving Sigma really looks cool.
Oh,
On Pond Man. That's what it was. On Pond Man. They took One Punch Man's Saitama's design from On Pond Man. They just reversed the colors.
The Digivolving Sigma...
Gotcha.
Wait, I already read that. Pooch says you have so many different power.
Yeah, you get quite a lot in this game. 8 powers, plus 4 zeros, plus 4 other capsules for armor pieces, and 8 total heart tanks. You can really deck yourself out in this game. I actually really like the way that this game handles it. Having a capsule in every stage helps to keep the secrets going all the way through the game. Alright, now he can't guard.
I like how his reasoning for the armor popping off isn't like a short circuit causing the armor to pop off, but him realizing that it's conducting electricity, so he takes it off himself.
Yep.
And
Wait, that works while he's doing that? I thought it deflected in the original.
If I mash and I get close enough, it doesn't matter how many invincibility frames you have. He can still deflect stuff, but I'm not gonna let him do it.
Well, when he's spinning like that in the original, it
Yeah,
deflects
yeah.
it, which I thought.
But
was
once you
great.
knock the armor off, it doesn't matter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And now we got another weapon.
Rolling shield. Oh, I'm sorry. Rolling shed.
Shed.
X just throws a giant shed at Sigma.
It's shield. Anyways, Felipe says, I respect giving armor to the armadillo boss. Front armor to an armadillo boss. Yeah, it's kind of clever, I suppose. Alright. One stage left. Let's see. We got all the heart pieces and stuff from here. Oh, wait, no. We're missing one from Chill Penguin, actually.
Let me
Yeah, we're missing one from Chill Penguin, and then we have to get stuff in Magna Centipede stage, and then we are good to go. We'll be able to max out our character, and then head straight for...
What is Magna Centipede's power again?
I don't remember, because I know I barely use it.
Okay, because when we were playing... Well, you were playing too. I swear, it sounded like you said Magma Centipede, and then...
No, it's Magna, like a magnet. It's a bomb that homes in. Sorry.
You're good. Because I was like, why are there 2 fire bots in the same game?
Yeah, no. It should have been Magnet Centipede, but character limitations.
Magni Centipede.
Yeah, like Magnesis,
Yeah, like Magnesis.
which is magnets. Which would just...
I thought you were gonna get that right armor up there.
You can try all you want, but it doesn't work. There's the heart piece. It does save your heart pieces and everything, so no need to go back once you've got it all. And that just leaves Magnetobead.
That probably would have worked.
That probably would have, but it would have also messed up the naming convention.
Also, Magneto.
But honestly, knowing the fact that it doesn't matter about the naming conventions because they're going to mess it up in a couple years anyways. So here's the thing. This stage's lights are super important. Like, we straight up cannot get caught by any of these because the game remembers the state at which...
How are you supposed to pass this out?
Dash underneath. The game remembers the state at which each light is seen. So what you have to do there is actually avoid them, or else that will always fall. And with that, we are maxed out. Let's go fight Magnet Centipede.
Never forget the Simpson whale. What?
What?
I'm,
What?
I'm just as confused as you are, and I watch The Simpsons more.
Maxed out
Maxed out Kibby.
Kibby?
Cat. It's like saying kitty.
Okay, because I do know somebody who goes by Kibby Fox, Samson, but
Samson.
Samson the Kibby Fox. Sammy Kitty Fox. Alright. Duff Whale. Oh gosh.
Oh no.
No, I'm not talking about X5. X5 actually keeps the spirit of the names. I was talking about X6.
What an odd looking mini boss.
Yep. I think the version... I wanted to show off more of the colors, because this boss fight is really, really cool, especially because it's all about if you get caught. By that thing. Okay, so he's leveled up by 1.
What's that gonna do?
So it gives him more attacks. Essentially, he's trying to analyze X. There was a red one in between that and the purple. Purple being the maxed out one.
Oh my gosh. Yes, X6 with his famous turtle boss, Sheldon Cooper.
No, it's Shield Sheldon. You guys
Shield
are-
Sheldon?
Shield Sheldon, and it's a clan.
Shield Sheldon Cooper? No.
Oh gosh.
It was at that point that I was made fun of by everyone.
What? No, what?
I tried to do a Sheldon Cooper impression.
That was really bad.
It was really bad.
Too much emotion. You gotta remember,
It was at that point where I was made fun of by everyone.
there you go, that's a little better. A little closer.
I don't know his voice. I've never watched.
It's
Don't
just
watch.
it's kind of like a weird monotone. Monotone with weird inflections. Anyways,
I'd have to watch the show.
we're gonna...
Anyways, there's a
Ye-
Discord channel where you can turn around and subscribe and join, and then follow all of his stuff
Anyway,
here
You can also do
at
that with
Gavin's.
me.
okay, please stop. We're just gonna beat up the centipede real quick. I'm not even trying to fight him properly like I did in X2. X3 is later this week, and I'm sure that one's gonna go just as poorly, because X3 is actually really, really difficult. I'm debating using a patch or
He
something.
goes blue, red, then purple. Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Alright!
Gavin trying to cope with all the chaos.
Now we're gonna go after
Who's that guy?
Now we're gonna go
Silly man.
Virus Sigma. We're gonna go after where the mother computer is being housed. Or where the hackers are being housed.
I do not.
Oh, by the way, the random character that One Punch Man was based off was called On Pop Man.
I know, I heard you. I heard you say it earlier.
I couldn't remember because, you know,
Wait a
my wife
minute.
came in and then started going, you need to change the baby's butt as I, you know, clean up our child's leg as it's bleeding.
Oh boy.
He was riding his bike.
No.
I mean, he's 10. He's riding his bike, crashed it. You know, just boy things, I guess.
I find it funny that the way I learned how to ride a bike was riding a motorcycle first.
That is some way to just throw you at it, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, I guess with the tire, with a centrifugal force or whatever.
It's because because it was already moving, it taught me how to balance. And I was just like, okay, so this is the same thing. Even though I should have known that, but I didn't know how to get the start off correctly and keep my balance from that. Because my original thought of how to do it, from how my dad taught me, was you have to balance first, then go for it.
X is just not shooting sometimes. That's fun.
Is he eating your inputs?
I think. I don't know. I'm hitting shoot, and it's
Well,
X
then again,
is
there's
just.
multiple sprites on the screen at the same time.
Yeah, it's. I think it's just eating the input to eat the input. But there we go. Now it's doing part of what it said it was gonna do. Alright. So this is the first fight here.
The Sigma Pirates from the Sigma Male.
Okay. And here's fight number 2. What's his weakness? Case? Oh boy.
Speed burner.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Fluffy Zeddy says that I learned how to swim because I got in a pool and figured it out on my own.
Yeah, but there's a difference between learning to swim because they throw you in the pool and having to learn how to ride a bicycle by learning a motorcycle. There's a huge difference there.
Okay, so the best way to put it in terms of learning how to swim is throw your son into a swimming marathon
No,
instead
no.
of putting him into a pool,
Don't-
and then me on a motorcycle compared to a regular bike.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
no, not
Going
really.
from- no,
May-
teaching
maybe-
the extreme to learn basic.
I'm trying,
That-
Casey, I'm trying to play and not get dinged up too much.
I know, I'm sorry.
Maybe the better example would be like, here's a baitcaster fishing pole, and yeah, you need to learn that.
Yeah, that's a little closer to what I'm thinking.
Sorry. For those who don't know, a baitcaster pole has a lot of free spin because of the ball bearings it has in it. So if you mess it up, it causes a bird's nest, which basically means the fishing
String
line
gets
gets all
Tangled.
tied up. Yep. And you have to spend an hour untangling it.
No, you're completely fine.
Or you
Zeddy.
could be using a closed caster.
I don't know anything about fishing, aside from how to do it.
Well, you teach
Well,
a man to
I had to be
fish,
self-
women will fear him, and
Women will fear him! Yes, I am the Sigma Male with the Sigma Male grind set. I can fish!
I had to self-teach myself to fish, so...
My mom bought me one from Walmart and just went, here you go. You can go nuts with it.
Was it open reel or...
It was like one of
Closed reel
those
or
really
a bait
cheesy
caster?
Disney ones.
Oh,
So, I
so
don't know.
that's a casting reel.
Okay.
It's not a bait caster, it's a casting reel. There is a slight difference or something.
Okay.
alright, well, I am low on energy here. So in the normal mode, you would only fight Zane here, and then in the hard mode, you would only fight Gmail.
I mean, I love to fish. I'd just go fishing by myself though. But I also have a kayak, so I'd love to find more people to go fish with, especially better spots.
I'd fish with you if I was less busy. But
Right? I know the feeling.
I mean, we made a fursuit in 2 days for somebody.
Oh jeez.
A full
I've been
suit.
debating actually on redoing my fursuit head. Getting it redone.
Well, I don't think I can do...
No,
Yeah,
I want to
but-
get the magnets and the fans and stuff and the
Oh, don't worry.
magnet ears and all that fun stuff.
Don't
I kind
worry.
of just want to try it.
I've been fiddling with magnets and stuff. My hair is magnetic for my suit.
There you go.
And
Honestly, right now I need to fix my gloves because somebody decided to leave them on top of my dog's cage and he chewed off all my claws.
oh no, that's not good.
No. So I have no claws now. I'm clawless.
Alright, so... I am gonna have to restart this battle here. I need to find a good spot to grind, which is probably going to be Wheelgator stage. And that'll be a perfect time for everybody to kind of get all the nuts out of their system before the end, because these battles like to just absolutely kick me. This boss room does not help Zane's problem here. Because there's that little lip on the far right. If that wasn't there, this fight wouldn't be too bad. But since it is there, I have to try to get out of the corner if I'm standing on that side of the room. I'm just at a general disadvantage from that side.
Felipe says, just now saw he has a pirate hat.
Yep,
Well, he's meant to have a saber.
they're pirate themed. Xtreme 2 is wizards themed. So pirates versus wizards.
Okay. Oh God Almighty!
What was that?
That was my phone.
Alright. Just gotta sit here and grind for a while.
Something happened or something did something.
Something.
I don't know.
Something the game won't give me help.
I need to delete like half the news apps I have because I don't care anymore. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. YouTube updated a whole bunch of their policies recently, and it's been okay to curse after the first 15 minutes, but I don't know. Rules could be different for streaming because they didn't clarify anything there.
Yeah, I know. I already got in trouble.
You got in trouble.
I got in trouble.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
And the bad thing is that I think the game technically was the one that caused me to get in trouble.
What were you streaming?
Dead Island 2.
Oh, that makes sense.
And the like the first words like your dude says is like, or your character that you pick is the F word like 6 times in a row. So I was just like, well, okay. Well, I got my message and then it was like, hey, by the way. It's like, okay.
Hey, Case, could you read chat for just a
Yeah, I was
second?
gonna.
Because it seems like they're going on about something important.
Alright. Felipe says, once again, the far right is messing things up.
Okay.
So we were talking about how the next one is wizard theme, and Felipe goes, even the ninja?
In Xtreme 2? Because Xtreme 2 is mostly wizard and witches themed.
just make the entire game have a DLC for Halloween?
Because it's a Game Boy game?
It's a joke.
This...
Because you can't just fix it later?
Gavin, it's a joke. I mean, technically, if you really think about it, there are 2 versions of Super Mario Land 2 and the 6 golden coins.
No, there's not. There's one.
There's 1.0 and 1.1.
Okay, but what did that fix, Casey?
That fixed a bug in a couple of stages where the level's incompletable.
Okay, what else did it do?
It did patch some of the bosses not dying on the first try, which is kind of weird. And it was just some minor graphical things here and there, but that's about it.
Can it give me health, please?
Halloween update when?
DiVE has Halloween characters, so... It's got a Halloween-themed Vile, Darkman, Sigma, and I think Zero? Couldn't tell you. They did a whole bunch of characters. I'm just not gonna get health out of this, am I?
MegaManX Halloween Edition on the Game Boy.
Gavin with a wizard hat.
Wizard kitten.
Tell you guys what, if you guys want to see me in a wizard hat when my main suit head comes in, I will buy a wizard hat and take a picture, but I am not drawing myself in a wizard hat.
I just thought of something.
Drag the dragon wizard cat.
Oh my god.
When you get the suit head, I should try to make you a white mage cloak.
I don't know,
Why?
he seems more like a rainbow mage.
I
You
can
like
cast
Final
black magic, white magic, blue magic, musical magic. I'm just a bard too, just throw it all together. Alright, I barely got any health from that. I'm gonna try here, because I think the early stage here has just a whole bunch of bats that we can fight.
So now the only question is, would the wizard hat be bent or sticking straight up? Or erect?
I was about to say it depends on what I'm looking at, but okay. Oh, is that what it is? Can I only get health out of the larger enemies? That's not gonna be fun. Maybe this is what changed in the extreme mode is
On every enemy drops.
is the health drops changed. Which I could see them doing. This was at the time where Mega Man was known for being hard, and they just like to punish the game reviewers a lot.
They
Actually,
need to start doing that a lot more.
they
I hate that one person who left that review for Mega Man Battle Network.
oh G4.
Yeah.
Yeah, G4 is not a thing for a good not a thing anymore for a good reason.
Good. They didn't deserve to have their job in the first place.
Ooh, ouch. Okay.
I mean, they originally gave decent reviews, but
About 2006 rolled around and they
Yeah.
started. It was 2005 when they started taking bribes, if not a little
Yep.
earlier. But when they were taking bribes for the earlier ones, it was like, well, this is still a good game. When it was,
they're like, there's these problems and this and that, but I mean, overall, it's a good buy.
like, I get it, but then you get stuff like their Mega Man Battle Network reviews where they're just bashing the character, and I'm like, oh my god, was Capcom not giving you guys enough money? Holy fuck.
Yes.
That is a story for another time. If you want the full laydown of that, it's in the Ultimate Guide to Mega Man Part 2. I covered the weirdness of video game reviewers and how much power they held back in back before there was back before the internet was readily available for most people.
Well, they still actually hold a lot of power even now, actually.
They do, but it's a lot less. A lot more people are saying screw the reviews.
Well, there's a lot more people saying screw the reviews, but there's a lot about the development companies still placating to the review system.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh, I can't even tell you what the most recent one, but the most recent one that I remember where it became a big issue was actually in Fallout New Vegas. Because they didn't reach a Metacritic score of, I don't know, just like 80%, if I remember correctly.
Didn't they get like 79 or something like that?
They got like a 79%. Yeah. And a lot of their contract was based on the fact of reaching at least an 80% Metacritic review. And they didn't get that 80%, and so they basically turned around and cut like half of their profit and then kept the rest, even though the game did extremely well, ignoring that fact of the Metacritics.
Yeah, video game reviews are just weird. I know that I have my own opinions, and I do plan on sharing a few of them. Like, I've got an idea for an interesting take on a Zelda review for Tears of the Kingdom, but I still have to finish the game. But as far as like big commercial reviewers, I don't think I barely check their reviews, because oftentimes I know that they've either been rushed if it's out the day of, and I know that if it's the day after, it could still be like it could be swayed by the greater public opinion. So I will have my opinion on a game, and I generally won't share it until a while after the game comes out.
So my review system now is the game worth a buy?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is
to
the
do.
game worth a rent? Or like a Game Pass or something like that, where you get to play it, but you're not, I mean, you're already paying the monthly subscription for something like that.
Yeah, like, are you paying it for something else, and is it worth that?
And then the other one is, so there's the almost basically like, hey, if you could get this at launch, it's a decent buy. Granted, by the time I review it, I'm never at that point. I'm normally the person buying it at launch and then playing it and then going, okay, well, this is a game you should at least play.
I try to have...
At launch, or I go, wait a couple years, wait for the price to drop. This is a game you should play at some point.
Like, I know...
And then I go,
I know that
this is
Resident Evil
terrible.
4 remake, a lot of people were singing its praises, and I'm still the person going, I'm gonna wait.
Oh no. Most of my suggestions are, at this point, wait. Because most of the games at the moment are decent, but I don't know if I can
recommend
justify that 70 or whatever extra price they're starting to ask now.
Like, that new
20,
Sonic...
30 bucks?
That,
Hit it.
That new Sonic Superstars game is $60, and people are making a stink about it, but I think it's actually not going to be that bad of a game, so I do plan on pre-ordering it, but I also know that I shouldn't get my hopes up with a pre-order.
Well, it was like, Frontiers was actually... I mean, my kid has absolutely just loved the crap out of that.
I loved the game.
Even though he constantly throws the controller because he's not used to those type of battle games yet. So this is new for him.
I know the fact that when we played it for the channel...
I've had to fix a few controllers.
I know everybody who watched me play the game and walked away with a pretty good impression of it. And I've 100%ed the game since, so it's good.
It wasn't as bad as the realization that the final boss is only unlockable on hard mode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how long that's going to take my child to get to that point because most of his game experience is like Minecraft.
Yeah, he
Minecraft Dungeons.
might have some problems.
Well, actually, he plays Diablo.
Okay, well there's something, but I also don't know how.
But I mean, I help a lot. Like, no, this gear's garbage. That gear's garbage. You need to do this. No. You need to go back and select that again.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right.
Just... like, hang on a minute. So there is some of that, but let's see. We got the Mega Collection, so he has all the old ones. And but being in that active quick reaction thing is still somewhat new to him at the moment. So there's been a few times, can you just do this? And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna switch over to my account and then I'm gonna show you this. And then you're gonna try it yourself. And then he watches me crush it in 30 seconds.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do with Sonic games is watch how the speedrunners do it, and then just attempt to learn the paths.
That's how...
Because I figured out how the stage layouts go from playing that marathon last year, and now I'm just like, I can't touch a Sonic game without beating it now.
See,
Except for 2 on Game Gear.
I do the boss fights for him, so I don't let him see me play the rest of the game. And then I save right before the boss fights.
Gotcha.
On it. So he sees how I do the boss fights, so he's like, wait, you can dodge that or do this? And I'm like, okay, now you figure it out. Because I want him to do it. I want him to process it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's better for him anyways. Helps him learn some problem-solving skills.
Yeah.
So for those just joining us and not knowing what's going on, I'm grinding for sub-tank energy because...
You've been getting more extra lives than actual life energy.
I know.
There's the one thing I did want to talk about. So I think what hard mode actually does, I need to search this up, but this is just a theory, that hard mode actually messes with the drop tables.
I'm pretty sure it does, because I don't remember having this many issues getting...
I'd like to mention that you've collected 3 extra lives in this entire gameplay through enemy drops.
I
right
know.
Here.
I'm starting to get some more health, but it's still... Oh gosh. Casey, if you want to catch up on chat for a little bit, because this is going to take a second.
Alright. So, Felipe said, oh snap, in reaction to my hot take on, I don't even want to say their name. Fluffy Zenny was talking about, like, Redfall or whatever that was. My friends bought it on launch and ignored the bad reviews, then whined about it not being fun or worth $70, and I literally could only say I told you so.
Yeah, that is something that'll happen.
Felipe says, I don't regret it, but I'm still sad I bought SF6.
Well, Felipe, I've been enjoying SF6, so...
Hot take.
That is. Granted, I also live in a house with 3 other people who enjoy fighting games, so I'm not... So it was probably less of a waste for me, because
I can't say much. I bought Battlefield 2024, and,
I'm sorry, bud.
Oh, no.
Ouch.
How'd that go for you?
I think I played, like, 7 matches, and then was just like, alright, I fucking quit.
Yikes.
I've had that happen with certain game titles that I've tried.
No. I flew a jet into the building and went... Because there was people just camping on top of this building. And I'm just like, well, heck, I have the jet. I'm just gonna fly into it and destroy it.
Did it crash?
You used to be able to do that. No, the jet just bounced off the building.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't take any damage. It bounced off the building. I took 0 damage. The building took 0 damage.
I think they were like, oh, some people are actually gonna try this and make it go.
Rubber Chet.
So I was just,
Fighter jet.
and then after you run around with an LMG and put like 70 bullets into somebody and they kill you with like a pistol with like 6 shots, you're just like, I quit.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
Where they don't balance anything in those games.
Not anymore.
There used to be a time when game balance was important. But a lot of the developers are getting these games out faster and faster. And, like, because they're trying to meet demands of stockholders. They're not actually trying to make a good game. The thing is making a good game will actually get them more money. So,
Well, that was actually the problem with oh god, I used to be obsessed with that game too for a minute. Crap. It was an EA game, so I mean that doesn't say shit, but
It says those steel beams went hard.
they did go hard.
okay, we're at 3 of 4. We're getting there. I'm sorry, chat, if this is boring.
Yeah, at least it isn't as boring as Myths and Monsters.
It was Anthem. Anthem.
I heard stories about that game.
So Anthem was actually a really good game. I loved the entire story all the way through it. I was excited for it. And then it just abruptly ended, basically. And then you come out to find out that EA turned around and forced it. Oh my god, don't even talk about Anthem.
Yeah,
You
Zenny
sparked a
absolutely
chord.
hates Anthem.
You have sparked a chord, my friends.
I was so excited.
I loved that game. I was obsessed. I spent way too much time on it. And then to turn around and then have them turn around and just cancel it, I was pissed. And then find out all the extra stuff. So I was actually part of the group that started the Save the Rabbits or Grabbits, and then the basically the PTA PETA knockoff of Save the Rabbits. I was part of that group that started that Twitter war, where the developers even started noticing the crap that we were doing.
So,
And yeah, we got into it really hard, and then the game came out, and we're like, well, the game's actually not terrible. It's not bad. It just feels unfinished. And, well, that's because it technically was.
So, speaking of unfinished, I remember hearing about... So, remember when Amazon tried to start their own development studio?
Yes.
And it failed in on them so hard. So, they put out a game. It went from announced to beta to released to a couple weeks later being put back into beta,
I thought it was out.
then being canceled. And I think that was the fastest I'd ever been like, wait, but you can't do that. You can't put out a game and then say, nuh-uh, it didn't happen. It just sat really weird with me where I was like, what the heck is this? What the heck are they doing over there in that studio?
Wow, there's been so many things, and now Cyberpunk has its own little scandal going on, apparently.
Oh, really? I thought it was getting DLC or something like that.
It is, and now that's sparked another scandal.
Oh, it did, of course.
Of course it did.
I know that Microsoft kept talking about Starfield, and I just kept going, nobody cares about your No Man's Sky knockoff.
Actually, there's another game that also got a bunch of hate currently. Fable actually caught a bunch of hate recently.
Oh, why did Fable get a bunch of hate? I thought people were excited about that.
They were, except once the new trailer dropped, apparently there was a lot of people that looked at the character they were using in their advertisement campaign and went, "What the hell is this?"
Does it not look like the original character or something?
No, I don't know. I'll have to show you an image to.
I've
see
seen the
what-
trailer. I'm confused on why they'd be upset about it.
So some people have turned around and have gone down the road of, what is this? It looks like a potato person.
So it looks like me. Gotcha.
So some people have started hating on it because it looks odd. Or they so the typical complaint is, I guess, basically, why did they destroy the attractive female?
Oh.
I went, it's Fable, guys. Like, you get to create your own character normally, so I don't
understand that either. If you get to create your own character, then
Well, no, the problem is they haven't said they're gonna do any of that. The only thing this is a trailer for the thing.
So
And the only character they showed was this weird-looking character in the trailer.
I know they showed that and a giant who was a farmer.
Yes. Yes. So it's basically a Jack and the Beanstalk story.
See, and I thought it was something else, and then it was Fable, and I was like, oh, well, I suddenly stopped caring.
Yeah, that's really where I went, too, actually. I went, okay. I watched the trailer, and I was like, how is this Fable? Like, we have this... And then it was a giant, and then the Fable character, and I went, wait, how is Jack and the Beanstalk a Fable story?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, this is really cool, and then it said Fable, and I went, oh, so it's a series where we're gonna have to wait forever for a sequel if it is good, and it's on Xbox, so nobody's gonna play it anyways. Got it.
So I found the trailer through the complaint story, basically. I mean, it's news. They have to find somebody to complain about, right?
Yeah.
And it was through... Let me find the news channel, actually. Real quick. Just so... The Gamer.
Alright.
The Gamer was the news story that did it.
Hang on, can I just talk about this? I went and filled up all my sub tanks, only to not use a single one this time.
Maybe because you didn't hear me talking.
Speaking of the Xbox,
it was
apparently
just all the
Xbox
noise.
is going to have less of a problem with the new update for Cyberpunk, by the way.
Yeah, I went with a PS5 instead of the Xbox Series because I was like, well, they got Ratchet and Clank, and I don't care about anything on Xbox. I like how Zenny is like, Xbox is okay, Gavin. We have Halo? Question mark. Listen, if I can play it on PC, it is not worth buying an Xbox for.
For the most part, I would agree with you, except that out of most of the most recent launches, I would actually say Xbox has had less issues.
Yeah, but I'd also say that Xbox has no games that I actually that I'm actually looking for. Like, when I look at it, I go, okay, well, I'm into platformers, I'm into beat-em-ups, I'm into fighting games. I'm not really into the first-person shooter genre that much. I'm not looking to play online games too often. So what does Xbox have for me? Well, they have the Battle Network collection that got put on PlayStation and not Xbox. They've got a whole bunch of games they announced that are also coming to PC. They used to have the indie scene with the 360, but they kind of killed that with the Xbox One, and they all jumped ship to Nintendo for their Switch. So I look at I look at the Xbox Series and I'm just like, do I need it? And I usually come back with the same response of, not really.
We still have one.
I have an Xbox One. I'm talking about the Series.
No,
Isn't an
no,
Xbox.
the Series X. I can't really say that there's really much of a point to get it, other than if you own one, your old Xbox One suddenly seems to stop working.
Yeah, that was something I did hear as well. And I paid good money for my Series, for my Xbox One X, and I really don't want to stop using it because it's basically the same power as the Series S, and I'm like, well, they keep pushing the Series S, so there's no point.
The only difference is a slight graphics change, and even then, that's not that noticeable for the most part.
Yeah, and I figure if I already own a PS5, it's not worth it. That's not to say that Xbox is bad by any means. It's just to say, and it just doesn't have what I'm looking for.
Plus, they have. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, and go back to the main reason why we were kind of talking about the difference between the two is because apparently there was an issue with the new Cyberpunk update and DLCs that the system is going to take up. I'm trying to find the exact article so I can get the exact number right, but I've heard as twice as much.
Oh god. Twice as much?
Twice as much as if you're versus if you're running it on your PlayStation or Xbox at the moment.
Yikes. Yeah.
So
no, count me out, sorry.
So there's that little fun stuff that's apparently going on with Cyberpunk.
See, I have Cyberpunk on the Xbox One, but I'm not planning on getting it on PlayStation 5, or even if I ever do get a Series, I don't plan on ever getting it for it.
Yeah. I mean, I had it. I thought the game was great when I originally bought it. I had zero issues or any of the things that everybody was talking about with problems when it originally launched. But apparently I got one of the, like, gold tier games, I guess, that had zero issues or complaints.
Yeah, I just don't feel a need to get it, because I figure if I've already got the game, and I wasn't even the original one who wanted to buy it. Truman was, and I just let him get it.
Well, no, I mean, the game's good. I wouldn't buy it on multiple platforms.
Yeah, I have it on one, I don't need it on any others.
Yeah, I would feel the same on that. But at the same time, just, like, it's one of those games that I would say, like, hey, you know what? Playing it and,
Playing it now, I'm sure it's fine. But,
well,
is it...
even, I honestly thought it was fine when it released, but I didn't have any complaints or issues. I never had any of the glitches that everybody talked about.
Truman had his save data wiped twice.
Never had it.
I looked at the game and I said, not for me.
The only... I mean, I have a few complaints about the game and the way some of the story goes, but that's a different...
That's a different kind of issue.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that cyberpunk storytelling is for me. I tried to watch that little anime thing they put out on Netflix.
I still have not watched it.
It's depressing. It's depressing for no good reason, and I just was like, yeah...
The art style is really good, but it's just the story is bad.
Well, the story's not bad, it's just really
honestly,
depressing.
from my comments of way that I've seen it, is it's honestly become bigger because, well, the end not safe for work group. If it wasn't for the not safe for work group, I don't know if it would actually have done so well.
Well, that adds up, actually.
What is the hitbox on this thing?
Too big. Too big is the hitbox on this thing.
Therefore, it's bad game. Game Reviewer 2023. This game was released farther back.
Yeah, we have to do this without... Alright.
You gonna save state?
I'm going to save state. How do we do that on here?
Go to options. I believe it's... Where are you going? It's under emulation. And go down. You should see a thing that says hot... No?
Nope.
Control the options then.
Because
Because there's a way you can...
keyboard options, slow motion, back, turbo. Rewind is on R, so...
That's funny because I remember it having a hotkey option 1 and hotkey option 2.
Don't worry, I got a rewind. We will...
An accurate one.
An accurate one, so we are going to use this to our heart's content. Because this is the same challenge from X2, it's just... much bigger and doesn't always read the shot input. Alright. Over here to the left is our upgrade. Enter this capsule X. I'll give you the show token. Moves Hadouken and
So many
Shoryuken.
jokes about for the show token.
They let me in for free because I had the show token. The opera was splendid.
You hold the down so down and B after a charge shot is Hadouken, up and B is Shoryuken. So it is a combination of both of them.
There's so many jokes I could make off of that. They're all terrible.
So there's that one. And there's the Hadouken. It's not
Sad it isn't the same inputs, but you know, whatever.
with how often this game has been dropping my inputs, I think we're fine. Hadouken. Anyways.
We still need to learn Luke's taunt.
Oh yeah. Luke's got a taunt Street Fighter 6 where it's just Hadouken, and it's hilarious.
He just mocks
Ryu and
the
Chen.
Shoto?
Shoto is the type
This-
of character, yeah. So, here on this fight, we've got surges again.
But I thought there were no. X-Hunters.
Yeah, well, does Dr. Wily really count as an X-Hunter?
We don't know if it is.
Alright, and I'm gonna just rewind. Oh, I just straight up can't stand on any of that. Got it. I was just gonna Shuriken him, but Hadouken
Wait,
works
can you
as
do it
well.
midair? Or do you have to be standing on the
I
ground?
believe I have to be standing on the ground.
That platform below him should be solid.
It's not.
No, that part right there.
I'm good.
Alright.
I will keep launching Hadoukens from across the room. Let's see, does that do any more? Well, didn't hit him, so. I feel like the Hadouken was doing more. Felipe says it's Wily's dad. No, it is Wily. But
Oh,
okay.
he's 10. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, and no.
How far back will it set you?
What? If I die?
Yeah.
The checkpoint before the boss?
Well, you have 8 lives to play with.
Yeah, but I'm almost done.
That's fair.
I'm not rewinding every second, I'm just trying to hit him.
It's almost done, guys.
Alright, and now we can go fight Sigma. Roughly 2 hours in. Not bad. I feel like we got a lot more views here than we did on X2.
I love how everyone was just raving about X and how we're not playing it, and then as soon as we get into it, there's just no one.
Alright.
I'm sorry, it's all my fault. You can blame me.
No,
No,
it's not you.
Why?
We said the same thing during the X1 playthrough. We were like, where is everybody? And the verdict is, apparently they were waiting on Xtreme 1. Which makes me wonder if they'll be here for Xtreme 2 and X3 later this week, but... X3 is actually going to require some practice, because
Dark Mega Man did show up.
Yeah, I know they did, but they left pretty quick. Alright, so here is the refights.
A lot of chats basically in part. Nope. Oof. Hi, chat. Hi, Casey. You got a wrench. It's Willie's dad.
Anyways...
7NS. I'm lost on all what any of that means.
The wrench means I'm a mod, and
No. Somebody said you got a wrench. Like, cool.
oh, that.
Yeah.
I love how you pronounce the Wily as Willy. That just made me laugh a lot, like internally, just thinking. Just what if Mega Man, but everyone gets Wily's name incorrect? They just say Willy instead of Wily. Like, what kind of name is Wily? Your name is Albert Willy.
I mean, technically the only difference is one L.
What's the difference?
My mom messed up my birth certificate.
Sometimes you were Sigma Maverick?
7 signs that you are a Sigma Maverick is better than an X Replicate. They're like doing one of those like quizzes like that you can take online.
7 signs that you're, I don't know, from Wales. I couldn't tell you. You're probably from Wales.
I'm not from Wales.
I mean, the only thing I basically understand from the Sigma is you're supposed to basically be an alpha, but not...
An alpha, but you have to be disrespectful towards women. I don't know.
I guess.
You have to be a rude jerk? I don't freaking know.
It's just you can't succumb to
Hi,
women.
I'm
and
just
your
Timber,
desires
and I'm just
somehow.
gonna be Timber.
Yeah,
Whatever I fall into, okay, that's where I'm at.
I think I'm the same. I think I'm just Gavin, and I'm just gonna be Gavin.
I am Casey.
And she's a Sigma male.
How am I a Sigma trans femme male? That doesn't make sense.
You said those words, I didn't. There were English words that came out of her mouth.
Oi, you calling me English now?
Away, so I guess I'll chill here with y'all. Well, that's fine. There's no problem with chilling with us.
Alright. Now I'm just going to shock the armadillo.
You sure it's not a pangolin? I'm just kidding.
I'm pretty sure it's not a pangolin, but I can never be sure.
Didn't he just shot? He shot backwards. Did you see that? He did it again.
Shuriken the armadillo. Something you can only see in this version of the game. This is already doing... I'm already going way longer than I thought I was going to, so...
He exclaims in foreign language.
Exclaim! Right. Forgot.
It's the funniest joke ever. Timber, do you know what the context for that joke is?
Probably not, actually.
So there's a Street Fighter animated. Was it the series or the movie?
I think it was one of the two, and instead of saying Shuriken or Dragon Punch, the translators just went and said, exclaims in foreign language.
Like, it could have been anything else. They could have tried to spell Shuriken or Hadoken, or Hadoken, but they just
Exclaims in foreign language.
The bad thing is I've watched an anime recently where they actually did that. The subtitle was just fucking
Oh gosh.
foreign language insult. You're just like, huh?
I find it funny that
It was from Bollywood, by the way.
Oh, I see.
Alright. We're gonna try out some different weapons here.
I've been loving some of the random Bollywood stuff.
Bollywood anime is weird.
It wasn't anime. It was their live action stuff.
Oh, I see. Hey, at least it's not the Legend of Chun-Li.
Yeah. If anybody wants to check out a Bollywood movie, I would suggest RRR or Bahubali.
What is RRR?
Yar, yar, har, yar.
Do you want the official definition of what RR is? I mean, if you just search it on Netflix, it pulls up RRR.
Okay, I'll see it when I get the chance.
But it's like a revolt, revolution, and something.
A subtitled anime where the only sub is speaking Japanese in parentheses.
I wouldn't put it past somebody to do that.
We just had to open a bird out of the sky.
Where is he? We don't know. He's not on screen. This is the second Mega Man game where we haven't asked chat to pick the capsules.
But
I will ask again when it becomes a little bit more convenient for chat to give me answers, because the way this is laid out is just...
It's laid out like this.
Yeah.
How is that a
It's a ring. How am I supposed to...
Top right, left, right, down right. This
No,
side,
no. Because last time we did that, they went top, bottom, and then that's all they said over and over again. We're not doing that again.
Top bottom was funny. Left, right.
I have so many random jokes to just repeatedly saying top bottom. It's like, guys, we don't need to know your positions, but
I just need to know which capsule you need to pick. Top, bottom, what? No.
Top, left, right.
Yeah, they'll pick left and right. They'll be like, when did we start talking about fucking political opinions?
But yeah, yeah, Bollywood is basically live action anime.
So the Dragon Ball movie.
Super Sentai.
No, it's better than that.
So the Goonies.
Yeah, actually, all right, you could say that.
The Goonies is my favorite anime.
But if you really want to say it, I would probably say it's kind of like a mix between like the Goonies and like the original Mummy movie.
That's fair.
Because the odd graphics that they had for that. I guess actually you can almost put. They did a lot of practical effects and stuff in it too. So, Bahubali 2, at one point, they pull down palm trees and then have a bunch of soldiers sit on there with shields, and then they cut a rope that launched the palm trees up and then sent the soldiers flying with their shields, and then they formed like a circle
That sounds like a great idea
Boom.
to get
and then
people
flew
killed.
into the wall. Yeah, flew
Like, it
over the
wasn't
wall.
As bad as what the people who did.
See, the funny thing is, the physics of it actually works if you do it correctly. There's actually a paper airplane model that you use the tube, and if you put most of the weight in the front and then spin it correctly, it will actually create a flying motion for it. It'll actually drop and then fly back up and then come back down after a period of time. But that's paper airplane stuff, so.
I'm listening, I'm just fighting a penguin.
A penguin
Okay.
that works at IKEA.
I can never
Sweet, babe. Have fun at your event.
Hmm?
My wife's leaving.
Oh.
She was coming in saying hi and bye.
hi, bye, later.
Hello.
That's basically every interaction I've ever had with your wife is hi, bye.
We've been trying to go to some of the conventions, but whenever we go to sign up, they still give us crap about our vaccination status. So that's where we've been sitting at the moment.
I've just been existing.
So that's why we haven't been going to the conventions, because she actually can't physically take them because of stuff that's in it and her own health conditions. So
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. So
I feel like there should
I
be
know,
more
you explained it to me before, so we're good. We don't need to recover it.
yeah, it's just. So it's just been fun waiting for the. I mean, I've said I'm like, come on, like you gotta. If you guys could give us like, hey, look, like, we'll follow all whatever rules you want. Just let us be able to come.
You're putting everyone at risk.
I'm putting risks at risk of
Yeah,
being a risk.
Did I tell you about the hard time AO gave me for not having my vaccine card on me that day? I went to go register.
No, I didn't.
They said I'm putting everyone at risk by not having the card on me.
What?
Because they thought I was trying to enter the con without having any vaccinations at all.
But you did have your.
No, before. Remember how I said
Yeah. No. I know you made me go get it. We nearly got hit 4 times.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I told them I have a vaccination card. It's just at home where I left it. My roommates are coming to pick it up. And they're just like, well, you need to step outside of the hotel in the meantime. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Okay. Anyways, let's not get into that.
Hey, look, it's Sigma.
We gotta fight Sigma.
Oh, no.
In his original body. Ooh.
Casey, the walking Resident Evil. Nice.
You are the biohazard.
I'm the biohazard. I've been tested over 15,000 times now.
I was originally meant to be a medicine for people, and
But
then
now I'm a health hazard.
but now I'm a biohazard that caused the city to explode.
Will X just look right just one time? I think I'm just gonna have to slide off the wall. So this is why I wanted to fill up all my sub-tanks, because...
You might want to use one soon. I don't think one slash of that saber is going to spare you.
Yeah, sure, why not? We'll use this one. This is not all the way filled. That was like perfect timing, by the way. You opened that up as right after I drank it. Speaking of E-Tanks, E-Tanks are in Street Fighter 6, as I found out in the World Tour mode.
They're called energy tanks.
But you can't store them. No, they're called E-Tanks. No,
Wait,
there's
no,
literally...
literal E-tanks?
Yeah, there was
You're
a...
talking about the E-drinks.
No, I found one.
You found one?
I found one. It was in one of the shops in Naishal, in the late game. It'll refill you to full health, but you don't get to keep them in your inventory, which is what I thought, so...
That's pretty cool, yeah.
So I referenced MIDI and Techno, like, one time. But we're actually gonna go in here and stop Sigma, and it's gonna kill Techno, and MIDI's gonna die right afterwards because of it.
Okay, that is a beautiful recreation of the Sigma fight, minus the head. But you know what?
Is that a fox spirit?
I believe it's meant to be Volgatter from... I can't speak. You can look up what it is, because it should be in the Sigma section where it'll give it a name for this. But there we go. We just beat Sigma again for the 3rd time now.
Sigma. His name is Velgard.
No. There's
Oh.
There's actually information on all of the Sigma fights in the back.
Velgotter?
There you go. Wolf Sigma.
So you became a furry for 5 seconds.
Yep, then I killed him again for the 3rd time.
Oh, Gaster Sigma, I like it. No.
Why do you hate the furries? Okay.
Anyways. We only got 5 likes today. Ooh, people better be liking. Ooh.
We won't do another stream if you don't. I'm kidding.
That's not true.
That's
so,
not true?
So yeah, once, so Sigma is the one who killed Techno. Techno was the one who hacked into the mother computer to get Sigma's remains out. So you can kind of sort of blame him for getting the Sigma virus out of the quarantine and causing X3, Xtreme 2, and everything else onward from this point. Because at the end of X2, we actually had him contained. Yeah. But MIDI and Techno, quote-unquote, I have to quote this because this is so stupid. They share a CPU, so when one dies, the other dies. So some sort of cloud computing's going on there, and I don't know what.
Skynet?
But yeah, Sigma killed Techno, and that killed MIDI. So, basically they can't survive for very long when the other one dies. But they both had alternate personalities, so one was evil, one was good. They are never referenced again, but this mission is. The next game on our docket is X3. I don't know whether it'll be Wednesday or Thursday, but it'll be one of the two.
Felipe makes a good point. They're soulmates.
Yeah.
That was a very good Sigma.
He'll never be defeated as long as Mavericks exists in the minds of humans. I'll come back again and again. You're not Dracula! Oh boy.
I would
Sorry.
like to hear Timber voice Sigma. Is it bad?
Well, maybe we can do that later on. Maybe I can plan something for part 3. But that was MegaManX Xtreme. What do you guys think about the game?
It was really good. I actually did enjoy it. The level design, even though it's exactly the same, I like how it's scrunched down to fit the screen. It's actually not.
I love these old type of platformers. I wish I knew about half of them while I was growing up, actually.
Well, that's it for
It's about now finding half of it.
Well, that's it for me today. I have been your guys' humble host, Gavin the Kitty. If you guys enjoyed the content, subscribe, drop a like, share it with a friend. You can follow me on Twitter at GavinDragonYT. You can also donate to the PayPal link on your screen or in the description below. We also have a Discord and a Telegram art dump if you enjoyed any of the artwork on your screen today. I have been your humble host. Good night, everybody.